Hi YouTube, it's Blue10 here and welcome to the first video of my channel for 2013, and I do hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys had a brilliant New Year and a brilliant Christmas, because I certainly did. It was my first one with my current boyfriend, Chris Anime Guy, and I had a wonderful time, so I hope you guys did as well. Anyway, first video is going to be a Blue Eyes Dragons deck update. Now basically, over the Christmas period when I was testing this out on Dual Network and against some friends, the deck wasn't working the way I wanted it. It was having, I think I was having a bit of trouble keeping the speed of the deck along with trying to balance it, being able to keep up with the meta, being competitive in other words, and also keeping the fun element without it being without it being like too competitive, where I didn't care about the main strategy anymore, or being too fun where it can't keep up with the meta and everything. But I think I've finally got a relatively good balance now. I'm still uncertain about one or two cards, so I might ask your help for that, guys. But so far I've tested this deck quite a bit on Dual Network and it's performing quite well so far, and well, let's just get on with the deck review so you can see what it's like, shall we? Of course we're going to start with the Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, because it's my favourite monster in the entire game and it's the win condition of my deck, or the boss monster of my deck. She's a Nomi, can only be special summoned by tributing a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon that I control. She gains 300 attack for every dragon that's in the graveyard, and she can stop targeting effects, which is quite cool. Then of course, because it's a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, you have 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now I've had a few questions in some of my deck videos asking, why have I gone back to these original ones instead of the Ghost Rare Blue Eyes that I do have? Well, the Ghost Rare Blue Eyes are cool and I really love them, but I like to use the original because obviously I feel that's being respectful towards the anime and toward the character set of Kaiba in a way. So I'm being respectful by using the original Blue Eyes White Dragons, which are still a pretty awesome artwork, and they're actually my favourite artwork besides the Ghost Rare Blue Eyes. But anyway, it's a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. You need 3 Blue Eyes to make it a Blue Eyes deck. Then we have the 3 Baby Bluey Woolies, or the White Stones of Legend. When it's sent to the graveyard via any means, I can automatically add a Blue Eyes White Dragon to hand, so loads of combos and possibilities there. Next we have 2 Kaiba Man, just to special summon the Blue Eyes from the hand. Obviously when you summon out Kaiba Man, you know what's coming, but that's the fun part of it. It's actually a lot easier than ancient rules or something, because it's a monster as well, so if you haven't got a Blue Eyes in your hand, you can still use it to defend yourselves, whereas with ancient rules, that's more of a specific card that can only be used in one way. Then shock horror, 3 Light and Darkness Dragon. Now you're probably thinking, what the heck? I have considered Effect Veiler and Forbidden Chalice and everything, but Light and Darkness is my way of locking down the field, stopping meta cards and everything. It's also a very good resurrection card. When it is destroyed, it can resurrect a monster from the graveyard. So if I've got a Blue Eyes in there, it's like, destroy Light and Darkness, I'm going to have a Blue Eyes or something back on the field, which can cause a bit more damage. Just basically, if you play this, you can lock down the field, stop the field most of the time. Of course, there are some annoying cards that can create loops that can power her down pretty easily, but I prefer Light and Darkness over Effect Veiler, to be honest with you. That's my choice, and she's a dragon as well, so she gives the Shining Dragon a power up, and she's much better, I think, at just stopping everything rather than using like Effect Veiler and Forbidden Lances and stuff, to be honest. Then we have 3 Alexandrite Dragon. You're probably thinking I don't need 3, but I feel happier running 3 because it's a 2000 attack beat stick, and it's pretty much the only. Well, there are other dragons with 2000 attack beat sticks, but they've all got effects which makes them go into defense position or destroys himself, whereas Alexandrite doesn't. It's also a light type, which will combo very well with another card I will show later. Then we have 2 Divine Dragon Apocalypse. Discard a card from the hand and I can target a dragon in the grave and add it back to my hand. So it's brilliant for recycling anything I need. If I need to get back a Light and Darkness Dragon, if I need to get back the Blue Eyes, or if I need to get back any dragon that I need for any situation. 1 Exploder Dragon, just to blow up any annoying monsters that the opponent has. 1 Sangan, just to search out anything I need that's got 15 attack or less. And finally, 1 Honest, because most of my monsters that are in the deck are now light type. I'd be crazy not to run this. It can be a win condition card as well if you drop it at the right time, which is why I said, you know, if I have 3 Alexandrite Dragon, you know, I can drop an Honest on it. I can also use it on Kaiba Man, the White Stone of Legend, Blue Eyes, Light and Darkness Dragon if it's powered down, and of course my favourite combo is to drop it with the Blue Eyes Shining Dragon or Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, which can be quite devastating. If you've noticed, no Mass Dragon, because to be honest with you, battle searching is not really happening nowadays. A lot of cards focus on just getting rid of your monsters and getting rid of everything else so they can attack directly and obviously win games that way, so no more Mass Dragon unfortunately. It was a great card, but that's a lot better. Onto the spells now. We've got, of course, we have Polymerization, which is my main fusion card, to fuse into the Ultimate Dragon. We have 2 Pot of Duality to obviously add cards to hand. Downside is you can't special summon for that turn, but that's okay. It doesn't affect me too much. Then we've got the staples of Dark Hole to blow up monsters on the field, Monster Reborn to resurrect, Heavy Storm to blow up back row. Right, I've got 3 Mystical Space Typhoon. Now, I'm actually dithering whether or not to take one of these out plus another card for something else, but I'm not too sure yet. But 3 MST just to get rid of back row, because interestingly enough, a lot of deck builds I've seen recently have been using 3, because even though people are saying back row is dying, 3 MST is pretty good if you need it for any situation to get rid of anything, really. Another staple, Book of Moon, just to flip down monsters, to protect them or to protect myself from them. Hello phone. Then of course one of my favourite tech cards from my deck is Photon Sanctuary. It summons 2 photon tokens, which are Thunder type, Light type, attack 2000 level 4. They can't be used as synchro material or as exceed material, but they're great tribute fodder for the Blue Eyes White Dragons or for Light and Darkness Dragon, because in the turn I activate this card, I can't summon anything else but light monsters, and since light and darkness and Blue Eyes White Dragon both fit the bill, I could play multiples of this and summon out several dragons in one turn if I can get away with it. And it's actually better than Stray Lambs or Fires of Doomsday or something, really. It's just a Fire of Doomsday for light monsters, basically. Now, this is the other big change I've made. 3 cards of Consonants. Now you're probably thinking trade-in probably would have been better because obviously I've got 3 Blue Eyes and 3 Light and Darkness. Now that would be true in a sense, but I need those dragons. I can't really discard those dragons but with the White Stone of Legends, which now don't have any battle search except apart from Mass Dragon, since that's now out of the deck, I needed another way to get rid of white stones. Yes, I've got Divine Dragon Apocalypse, but if I don't have that, what else can I use? And this, I remembered I had this, so I figured 3 of these would be good at giving the draw power and speed to the deck rather than the Mass Dragon. Yes, it only combos with the white stones, but the white stones is all I need to get the strategy of the Blue Eyes going, if you see what I mean. However, as I said, along with the 3rd Mystical Space Typhoon, if this proves to be too much, I might take one of these out for another card. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going for yet. I'm thinking 2 spaces I could go for something maybe like a Forbidden Lance, or maybe put back in 2 Torrential Tribute if needed. I'm not entirely sure yet, but still testing the deck really. But so far it's doing quite well with those 3 draw cards. It really is making me go through the deck a lot quicker than if I just had Mass Dragon and the Pot of Duality. Onto the trap cards now. We have 2 Mirror Force, because who wouldn't run 2 Mirror Force? And here's the other big change, 2 Beckoning Light. If you were expecting Call of the Haunted, I'm not running that anymore because it's just too easily destroyed now, and I've only got a few things that can chain against it. I can't, you know, when Blue Eyes gets destroyed, I can't seem to keep it back on the field for very long, in all honesty. So I thought Beckoning Light, because yes, it depends on how many cards I discard from the hand to add back light monsters, but there's so many combos I can do with this since most of my main deck is light monsters now. I mean, I can get back any of the Light and Darkness, any of the Blue Eyes cards, any of the White Stones, Kaiba Man, Alexandrites, Honest, There's even a couple of light monsters in the extra deck which I can use to recycle if needed, such as Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon and something else which I'll show you in a minute. So I think that in general is a lot better than Call of the Haunted. It's also quite chainable as well, depending on the situation. And it's also a bit quicker than Pot of Avarice, where you need 5 monsters in the grave, whereas with Beckoning Light you can still discard monsters you don't need and add only what you need back to the hand, which is a lot quicker than putting it back in the deck and drawing. Onto the extra deck now. We have, of course, the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon as the tribute fodder for the Shining Dragon. 45 attack beat stick, still a pretty good fusion if you ask me. One number 17 Leviathan Dragon, just as a powered up 3000 attack beat stick, and since I don't have very many level 3s anymore, I'm only down to 1 now. Then we have 2 Queen Dragoon Jin. When she's dragon type monsters can't be destroyed by battle except for the Queen herself. And once per turn I can detach an XYZ material from her in order to resurrect a level 5 or higher dragon type monster from the grave if needed. Its effects are negated and it can't attack that turn. Cannot be used with Light and Darkness, which is a sad thing, but can be used with the Blue Eyes or with any of the Blue Eyes cards except for Shining Dragon, of course. So quite a good little card there just in case. Then we have 1 Gem Knight Pearl, just as a 26 attack beat stick if I need it. And from what you guys were telling me, and I'm actually glad you guys suggested this to me, 1 Heretic Sun Dragon, Lord of Heliopolis. Now, I like this card. It's really cool because obviously it's based on the ancient Egyptian mythology and everything, but its effect is, when it's overlaid with 2 level 8 monsters, once per turn, detach an XYZ material from the card, tribute any number of monsters from your hand and or your side of the field, minimum of 1, and destroy an equal number of cards on the field. Now, I was actually considering to use Thunder End Dragon as well, but I think Heretic Dragon's a bit more better in the fact that you can actually choose what targets you need to get rid of, rather than waiting for getting rid of everything in one go like Thunder End does. So that was a really good suggestion from you guys. Thank you so much for that. I'm using it now. I haven't summoned it out yet in any of the duels I have had, but it seems to work quite well. I would believe a lot better than the Thunder End, if you ask me. And I can use any of my used up lads for it, or overlay any of my lads for it, or my Blue Eyes if needed as well. So it's pretty easy to get into it if I've got the cards right. Anyway guys, that's it for Blue Eyes Dragons. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next video is going to be another deck video on one I haven't done for a very, very long time. So till then, from me and the Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, hope you enjoyed. Take care and see you later. Bye!